Weekly Outdoor Plus is a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS. Presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point. Starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jace Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. So now sit back and relax and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about our Yeti coolers. We got the 75, 65, 45, the roadies. Now we have these Rambler cups that are like second to none as far as coffee and cold drinks. It keeps it cold and hot. I mean, and it works well. And the coolers themselves, look at how thick these walls are. Seth and I went down to Florida, alligator and wild boar and bass fishing, or hunting and fishing both. And we had a Yeti cooler on a boat, and it was like 96 degrees during the day in the sun on the boat all day, and these babies held ice like for a week. We added a little bit during the week, but there was ice in there from the first part of the week to the last part of the week, very little water. And I can tell you, go to a box store, you can buy a cooler a heck of a lot cheaper, but you'll be buying one every other week, and you'll probably buy 10 times the amount of ice you'd buy versus one of these Yeti coolers. Like I say, we put ice in this one inside the store here, and the ice was there, like a solid piece of ice for over a week.
Got him. Lake Okeechobee, Florida. Largemouth bass fishing.
It's a nice one.
That is a very nice one.
Go ahead, let it go. Get ready with your bow. Yep, he's coming. Back up. There he is, right here. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Shoot him right in the back. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. You're shaking him up. Back up. Back up. Hold him. Get ready. Shoot him in the. Shoot him. Shoot him.
They're a great gift for anybody. It's for the, I mean, who would not want a Yeti cooler? I'm gonna have one in my truck come fall for sure for hunting season. I don't do much camping, but if you do a lot of camping, or if you go on a lot of Lake Michigan, you do a lot of fishing, you can keep your stuff cold, your fish cold, your food cold, your beverages cold. Stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery, 3272 Church Street, pick up yourself a Yeti cooler. It'll be the last cooler you'll ever buy, and you'll buy half the amount of ice of what you have been buying in the future. And your buddies will be stopping to the gas station. I gotta stop down to the gas station and get some ice from my cooler. And I'm like, okay, go ahead, stop. I'm going to get in my tree. Unbelievable. We've tested them over and over again. We used them alligator hunting, unbelievable. 96 degrees, held ice for a week. Other guys were buying $7 bags of ice every day. We didn't. Unbelievable. Stop in, check them out. I'll show you what they're made out of. We got the little Rambler cups in. We got coolers from 75, 65, 45, roadies. We got them all here. You won't be disappointed.
It's summertime and the living's easy.
If you start all your projects here at Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point.
From seeds to irrigation and endless lawn and garden tools, we have it all, so you can get your work done and enjoy it this summer. We also do screen repair, lawnmower blade and knife sharpening, and offer the supplies to put in your own well, including equipment rental. And while you're here, pick up your seed and sets in bulk so you always have the right amount.
So make us your lawn and garden headquarters this summer.
That's Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point. See you soon.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
This mineral is a game changer. I've put the odds in my favor. It's time to close the deal. I wouldn't change a thing. Finally, the buck of a lifetime. Real deal mineral. The results speak for themselves.
Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Blackhawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Blackhawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there.
Attention all fireworks fans, get ready for this year's 4th of July to go off with a big bang as Stevens Point welcomes Fire in the Sky Fireworks Store at 3274 Church Street. Has nearly every brand, shape, size, color, and variety, so stop one time this year and get everything you need from sparklers and fountains to mortars, bottle rockets, firecrackers, and cakes. Or stop down to Fire in the Sky, 3274 Church Street, Stevens Point's largest fireworks store. Must be 18 years old to purchase with valid ID.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Hintz here with you again as always, and this week we're going to go over basically your front arm again, the proper way of holding. There's basically 3 key steps to it in my opinion, and these are simple things just to break it down again that'll help you out if you're carp shooting, turkey hunting, or practicing in the backyard. So the first thing is when you pull back, it's going to be actually your shoulder in your front. When you pull back, you want to make sure your shoulders drop down and they're nice and flat in the socket. You don't have it humped up like this, nice and tight, because again, that's more muscle you're going to be using, more shaking you're going to be doing. So instead of having it high, even practice when you come up, drop it down so you can feel your shoulder drop into place. The next thing is your bow arm, how much bent it is. You don't want it to be as straight out as possible, because that's going to, again, you're going to start whacking your arm, and again, you're using muscles to hold it out as tight as you can. You also don't want to be shooting at a 45-degree angle where you have all your muscles, again, being in use, and you're not going to be holding basically as steady. So you want it to be comfortably as straight as you can hold it out without forcing it out. So nice and comfortable, slight bend in your elbow, nothing too big, but just enough to feel comfortable, and that's something you can kind of play with, how much you're bending it to see how accurate you're holding, how much you're shaking, and how much you're not. So you got your shoulder low, arm bent. The last thing is when you take your shot, your follow through, your execution, follow through straight at the target. Don't be assuming your shot's going to go up or down, left or right. If your sight's not in there, keep staring at it and just trust that your arrow's going to go there. It's low when it shoots and I flinch up. Don't shoot and go down. When you take your shot, have faith in it, trust yourself, follow straight into the target. And again, that'll make you by far a lot better shooter. It's going to help you in the long run, shoot a lot more accurately and consistently. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, check us out on Facebook or YouTube. And stop into Bucks and Bulls if you're not into the compound as much. We got 4 brand new Mission Crossbows in there. A lot to look at, a lot to shoot. Just come on in, play a little bit. It's pretty fun, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week.
Hi, my name is Dave from Dave's Body Shop, 825 Park Street. Gary Hintz is a friend of mine, and I'd like to help him out, donate 2 bicycles, 2 little bikes, 2 bigger bikes, and Gary's going to fill you in how you can get them free of charge.
Yeah, we're going to have a kids program at the shop. Dave's donated the bikes. I'm going to donate to archery time. And we're going to just have a program where they build up points and they have a chance to win a bike.
Stop in at Dave's Body Shops or Bucks and Bulls to see how you can win these bikes free.
Alright, now it's time for one of our more exciting segments here on Weekly Outdoor Plus. It's where we get to keep our fans connected with the show. Don't forget, you can send in your pictures to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com or link them up to us on Facebook to get in this segment of our show. each week, as Sopa Cellular makes it extremely easy for you to capture these photos and then send and share them around effortlessly. Our first picture this week comes from Carly with her new bow at Bucks and Bulls Archery. And next one comes from our viewers up north of this breathtaking lake view from their cabin. And here we have one from a happy Real Deal customer. And this next one is of a couple new archers having fun at Bucks and Bulls Archery. And our next one is of Juliet from Australia, shooting a Mission Crossbow. And here's the result, an X-ring dead center. Next up we have Drake with a nice bluegill he caught out fishing with his family. And our last one this week is from his sister Morgan, also enjoying the day catching some panfish. So stop on down to Sopa Cellular today and check out all their great deals, and stay tuned for more weekly Outdoor Plus action. And now, upon popular demand, a bonus lesson from the past of one of our more popular lessons by Jace, here on Weekly Outdoor Plus.
Last week we were talking to you a lot about how to tune your bow, super tuning it to make it so you pick out the perfect arrow. You have the right setup no matter what you're shooting, so that no matter what bow you have, you'll have it critiqued absolutely perfect for how you shoot, and your arrows will be the best you can tune them for the setup you got. Doesn't matter if you have the highest end setup or you have just an average Joe bow. Everything's gonna work out the same. You just gotta have it perfectly tuned for you to be able to shoot great. Easiest way, most people, if I say tuning a bow, first thing everyone's normally gonna think of is paper tuning. But paper tuning, yes, does help you. In my opinion, it's like a ballpark figure. It's a rough estimate of where you are at, because it's only doing it right out of your bow, and you have to realize when you're shooting through that paper, your arrow is still flexing. When you shoot through a paper, another thing, really hard, majority of the people, unless you've been watching all these lessons and learning how to actually hold your bow correctly, not getting all that hand torque in the front, that right there is gonna make your tear or break your tear. It's not good. All right, you have to have it perfect grip. If you have any sort of torque on it, you're gonna be ripping right, left. If you jerk at the end up or down, you're gonna be tearing the crap out of the paper, and it's not gonna be easy to fix, all right? So, paper tuning, yes, do it. Biggest thing, a lot of people step up to that paper and they're like 3 feet away. Problem with that is when you pull back and you're at full draw, you lose about a foot and a half right there. How long's your arrow? You're looking at 30-inch arrow. There's another 2 feet. You're gonna be hitting that paper before it fully leaves your bow. That already, it's gonna affect how you're moving on your paper. It's gonna be tearing 8 times worse than what it really is. So make sure you're, a good 5, 6, 7 feet away from that paper, and make sure, again, when you take that shot, watch your bow. Make sure it goes straight through the target. You're not going up and down, left or right, no hand torque, anything like that. All right. When you're tearing up or down, left or right, what you gotta do is you gotta check out where the point is hitting the paper. So if the point of your arrow, say, is to the left, you need to move your rest to the right to bring it back to where your fletchings are, all right? If you think about it, it's pretty basic stuff. Just think about when your arrow flings out of here, which way it's going. Next thing that I highly recommend over paper tuning is walk back tuning. This is the biggest thing. This is what I'd like to cover the most on, because in my opinion, it's gonna make you shoot 100% differently. When you're shooting you sight in your bow at 20 yards, and most of you are gonna have stationary pins. It's gonna be 3 to 5 vertically up and down. Say you sight in at 30 yards, when you come up to 20, you'll be shooting right or left, and then when you go back to 40, again, you'll be shooting, say you're shooting left at 20, at 40, you'll be shooting to the right. Why is this happening, you ask? It's most of the time because your arrow is flying sideways out of your bow, very little bit, but it'll make it, inch different at 20 and 4 inches different at 40, depending how drastic it is. When you do this, the easiest way to solve your problems here that I've learned is you take anything like a string, you put a metal piece into the target and have your string hanging with something on the end that'll weight it down so it's hanging truly straight down. Another way that I do it, just eyeballing, is I take electrical tape, put it on cardboard on my target so it's perfectly straight up and down, or as close as I can possibly get it. When you do this now, you're gonna start at 10 yards or wherever you're comfortable. If you can do 20, 30, that's very good. Easiest way to start anyways is gonna be 10 to 20. Step up at 10 yards. shoot at that string or a piece of tape that's hanging there, and you need to move your sights right and left so you hit dead center. Another key to this is one arrow. A lot of people empty their quiver on that thing and take the average. No, every arrow is going to fly a little bit differently, and you need to use one arrow. So you take that one shot, you're going to end up looking at where you're hitting that target. Once you figure out, okay, I'm touching the left side, turn it a couple clicks, take your Allen wrench, slide it out just a little bit, make sure you're dead center. All right, once you have this, you're going to step back to 20, and again, you're going to take one shot. If you're right on at 10 yards, you walk back to 20, I'll put a bet 90% of you people watching are going to shoot right or left. Guaranteed. That's just how it works. It might be an inch, might be a half inch, might be a quarter inch, but the farther you get out, the bigger that is going to be. All right? So say you shoot at 10 yards, you're right on. You back up to 20, you shoot, you're to the right. What do you got to do? You got to move your rest. You got to move it to the left. Very, very micro adjustable. I mean, majority of yours will have little lines on the back here. I'd start out, if you're with inch or less, one line. All right? Then you step back up at 10 yards, you do the process all over again. You step up to 10, you're going to be shooting to the left. You're going to move your sight a little bit. You're going to sight in, step back, take that one shot. If you're not a good shot, maybe take another one if you're not positive. Once you figure out, okay, I'm halfway there, move it that little bit more. This is where you get your left and rights, and this is where a lot of people struggle, clipping that shoulder blade, hitting it in the guts. That's the difference between vitals, wounding it, tracking it. You don't want to have to do that, that's for sure. So that's one, in my opinion, best way is to tune your bow. Finally, the last one I'd like to tell you about is when you're going to group tune your bow. This is where you can decide exactly how to make your arrows all pattern as tight as you can possibly get them. A lot of people, big macho men, or think I can crank it up to 70 pounds. But you know what? That's not always perfect for the arrow that you're shooting. All right, I always start, normally I'll shoot it at I have a 60-pound bow. I'll set it up at probably 56 pounds. I'll pull back and I'll shoot all of my arrows at 30 yards at a blank sheet of paper or at a target, whatever you're more comfortable at aiming at. I like a blank sheet of paper, aiming right at the middle. Next thing you do, go pull your arrows out, turn your limbs up or down 1 pound. Do the same thing again. See how tight your group gets. If it gets wider or smaller, whatever it is, go the opposite way or the same way to benefit your pattern. Get it as tight as you can. This right here is just a simple way of basically figuring out the flex of your arrow and make it flex exactly the same for all of your arrows or as close to the same as you can. I've seen this make a difference from hitting a baseball at 30 yards to hitting a golf ball with 10 arrows. All right, that's a big deal. That's being more consistent is everything that we're going for. That's what the sport of archery is, and that's one way to get you better. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I mean by doing all of this. A couple different rest styles. A lot of your rests are a lot harder to move than others. That's where I stop in here at Bucks and Bulls. Either my dad, Dan, James, love to help you out. We'd be able to, show you exactly how to move it in and out. You don't want to be stripping all your screws in there and everything. Not very fun, kind of a headache, and easier way to do it. Stop on in, we'll help you out. If you miss anything that I'm saying here, there's a lot that we're covering. Check us out on Facebook. Otherwise, we're also on YouTube at Weekly Outdoor Plus. Check it out. Can't miss it. Pretty fun. That way you can go over everything, and if you think it's going to benefit you, which I guarantee it will, go over it, get it right. Otherwise, stop in, ask us. A lot of the guys here will be able to help you, no problem.
Attention all fireworks fans, get ready for this year's 4th of July to go off with a big bang as Stevens Point welcomes Fire in the Sky Fireworks Store at 3274 Church Street. Has nearly every brand, shape, size, color, and variety. So stop one time this year and get everything you need from sparklers and fountains to mortars, bottle rockets, firecrackers, and cakes. Or stop down to Fire in the Sky, 3274 Church Street, Stevens Point's largest fireworks store. Must be 18 years old to purchase with valid ID.
Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Blackhawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Blackhawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there.
real deal mineral. The results speak for themselves.
It's summertime and the living's easy.
If you start all your projects here at Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point.
From seeds to irrigation and endless lawn and garden tools, we have it all, so you can get your work done and enjoy it this summer. We also do screen repair, lawnmower blade and knife sharpening, and offer the supplies to put in your own well, including equipment rental. And while you're here, pick up your seed and sets in bulk so you always have the right amount.
So make us your lawn and garden headquarters this summer.
That's Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point. See you soon.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
What we got to talk about this morning is our new Mission Crossbows. They're made by Matthews right here in Sparta, Wisconsin. And we finally got all 4 models in. We have a dagger, a 320, a 360, and a 400. They all come with a package. You can buy them with or without the package, but 99% of them go with the package. We have 4 different scopes we can put on them, a couple different quivers. And these 4 particular models, they range between 35 and 30 inches in length. So we have one that would pretty much fit anybody. And the draw weights, we can adjust each individual bow, and they're range from 100 pounds up to 200 pounds. And like the 320 shoots 320 feet per second, the 360 shoots 360 feet per second, the 400 shoots 400 feet per second. The bows are 19.5 inches wide. Like I say, the 3 different scopes, you pretty much have to come in and see them. Some light up, some don't. And I'll tell you what, we've been shooting them in here a lot, and they're deadly accurate. They're quiet. They all come with a cocker, string cocker. We do have hand cocks that are sold separately. The stock is adjustable in and out by 2 inches. The scope you can move front and back. The safety is right or left-handed. You can back off the limb bolts enough to change the strings in the cable right at home or in the field. You don't need a bow press to work on this bow. So I'll tell you a little more about it, some of the accessories in a minute here. We got slings we can put on. We have arrows with lighted nocks. We have shooting sticks. We have a rail we can put on the bow that you can attach a stick to, you can attach your camera to. So you can film your hunts. And that, I guess I'm going to shoot a couple times. I'll show you how these things shoot now, and then you can see for yourself. Thanks. Oh, one other thing, they do come in, like this one's a pink camouflage. You can see that it's more like for a lady, I'd guess. Never know. Then they do come in black. This would be the black model of the 400. With the Pro package. And then they come in a snow camo, pink, black, and just a regular lost camo. Anyway, I'll shoot a few times, show you how they shoot, and if you want you can come in and test fire any of these 4 bows and try them. And I don't know, I think we're all familiar with the DNR new law that they've made it illegal for anybody in the state of Wisconsin to hunt with a crossbow this year. So we've already been hunting turkeys with them. We're planning on deer, bears, just about everything. We're gonna try to shoot some fish with them. So it should be a lot of fun. Opens up a whole new hunting tactic. Should be a good time. I'm gonna cock this 360. It's relatively easy. It's 180 pounds I just cocked, really simple. And all these Mission Crossbows, they automatically go to safety when you cock them. And there's an anti-fire device in the safety mechanism where it won't shoot without an arrow. You have to have an arrow in order for it to shoot so you don't dry fire your bow. And like I said before, the safety is right and left-handed, and automatically goes to safety when you cock it. What I did, I just grabbed this Mission 360 off the shelf. And since I'm talking about these crossbows, I'm going to shoot a few times and let you guys see how accurate they really are and quiet they are. In this building they sound a little louder than which they really are, but Anyway, I'm gonna shoot a couple arrows and I'll show you guys what this is, how they shoot. Oh, this sucker's accurate. I think I got 2 arrows touching just to the left, so I'll have to move my scope a couple, 2-3 clicks, and we'll give her another try. I just shot my Mission 360, 2 arrows here. They're both to the left. I mean, one's in the black, one's just to the left, so I'm gonna move my scope maybe 3 clicks to the right. And I'm gonna shoot again, and they should be closer to center, because I got a pretty good rest, and these bows are deadly accurate. So I'm gonna move it 3 clicks and we'll see what happens after that. Okay, I gotta put the cock feather down in the groove. Slide the arrow back. Well, I never in my wildest dreams would have dreamed this was going to happen. I set up my Mission 360. My first 2 arrows I shot were a little bit to the left. I gave it 3 clicks on the scope. The next one went in the center of the black dot. I was shooting at about 20 yards. I shot my second arrow, and it actually shot a Robin Hood one right inside that first arrow. Blew the arrow right up into pieces. Now, how accurate is that? Move your scope 3 clicks. You move from one side of the bullseye into the center. Your second arrow goes inside your first arrow. I was shooting off a rest at 20 yards with my Mission Crossbow. Unbelievable. This just happened to be the 360 that I grabbed off the shelf, but unreal. I never expected that. Now, you talk about accuracy. I don't know, it's 20 yards. This is a 1-inch circle, and I can put it in the middle of that 1-inch circle just about every shot. So, and then, like we go outside and we shoot them at 30, 40, 50, and your group does get a little bit bigger, just like it would with a conventional bow or a gun or anything. It just gets a little bit harder, but still it's unbelievable accuracy and fun to shoot. It's like shooting a gun that doesn't kick. It just tunk, really neat. I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of people coming in here checking these out for hunting this year too. It's unbelievable. Anyway, this is unreal. I'm pretty excited.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.